Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to my new video. In this video, I'll jump into video, but I'm here. Like I'm here again, once again. Am I going to do this thing for 100 or 1,000, 1,000 days? But we'll see it when it will end. But of course, it's going to be a number that is of course very special. Not just going to stop it at a random time. But I'm just thinking about if I should, of course, post about something else, maybe about my home working. I mean, about my working out at home. Maybe that will increase my audience, but we'll see it how it goes, because I just want to find out my way. I don't want to copy, of course, nobody how they post videos or something like that. I'll just do my own thing. And yes, there will be a day where I'm going to post 2 videos or even might be 3 videos, but I think 2 is the maximum that I will post. Of course, otherwise it's going to be this video that I'm posting right now, this talking video, and then the other one is going to be a short video about my workout, or we are going to switch it, and that's how I'm going to do it. But the thing is, I'm going to work hard that I will grow my channel. That's my, I wouldn't say dream, but that's my goal, my other goal. And I have of course several goals. I'm just separating those type of goals as I used to. And don't used to be that type of guy who's just concentrated to one single goal, because I'm just really just can't just think about one thing for the whole time. I won't think about the other things that I want to achieve in life. That would be the problem for me. If I just concentrate to one thing, then I would be thinking about other things, and that would just distract me from doing my just one single thing. I just don't want that. So I will just focus to all the other things that I'm doing, spend equal time with them, and then at the end of it, when it has to come, it will come, and I will achieve it. When Jesus says, "You've done enough," then He will say it to me very proudly, sincerely, that the time has come, and now you basically made it. But you still have to, of course, maintain it. But you get to that point where you're at the top, and you actually just from one day to another, you will see actually big results from all those small results that you actually built in days, in months. I mean, don't not days, but in years. I say like that. But of course, it will happen from one day to another, and that will have to come maybe from a few years. Basically, yeah, you have to wait for a few years so that you will get to those 2 days where you are just doing your usual thing, and then from another day you will actually just see a massive result, just a massive difference that you just didn't in the past years. That's why I'm talking about this thing. Of course, the reason why I'm talking about this thing is because, of course, why you actually want to build a slow process. Because I see all these type of videos where they are telling you how can you get rich in maybe 19 days, or just so fast. How can you do this so fast, so easily? Like, they think it was really easy even for them to do it. It's actually not. But of course, they are saying it because they are already experienced at that. That's why they are saying it. And I see all these type of videos and watch them, and actually just didn't learn anything from them. And then there's another thing where they will say you should just copy me, you should copy this video, and then you will be good. Like, it's obviously just a clickbait, so you will watch that video and they will gain some views or likes. But they almost just gain views, because likes will only get if the content is actually very unique and it's really true. And yeah, I mean, these days it's been a few months since I changed, and it's actually just so good to see how I'm actually changing in small baby steps. Because seeing all these type of fast hacking, the fast easily, I would say it can be true, but it's always those type of guys who have went through it, and it take them actually years, even maybe just a month. Everybody's different, but for majority of the people, it would take them, of course, years for them to do it. It's just basically just a bonus thing for them. Of course, they will know how to do it because they went through it by doing it day by day. And showing this to maybe a beginner, or me, even if it's an intermediate person, it will be still hard for them to do it. Might be for those type of persons who maybe have went through all those years and they did it, and now they just want to do some more challenges. How can, if they have to start over, how will they do it? Because it starts from the knowledge. So knowledge, if you can do your actions, because people who just have knowledge and they don't do anything, they are nothing, never. You're seeing those type of people who are just talking, but their actions are actually garbage, and they're just playing, having fun, and they try to act like they are something when they are not. When your actions, the thing that truly matters. But I just don't recommend that she also stays silent. But of course, there's also an option who just don't want to maybe get into any kind of other type of situations. But for me, I would just like to talk and do my actions at the same time. I have to keep the balance, because if I can talk, I like to use my talk, because my words can be very powerful, because the actions I'm doing, then my words are just so much powerful, because the actions I'm doing day by day, then my words will start become just much more valuable, and I start to become more valuable because I'm also talking. I just like to think, just like that kind of life where I'm not everywhere, but I like to do things, more things around myself. I just don't like to maybe focus on 1, 2, 3 things in my life and that's it. That's how I did. I just like to do new stuffs and do more things in my life, because that's who I am actually. Never mind on this thing. This is also just me. You should just be yourself. And it's also that should also be very important. You should never change, and never change yourself who you don't want to actually be. I'll say it like that. Because of course there are some things that every people should change, but not everybody does it. And those type of things are maybe disciplined and patient and any kind of these type of things. But maybe I would say your personality inside really in you that will make you stand out. Because I'm also of course changing, and I'm changing this, maybe my confidence, maybe my talking, the way I'm talking, but not those type of, where I'm of course saying those type of things that it's not really me. I may be saying other people's words, but it's not really me. Maybe I would say, but I modify it into my own thing. And that's how I like to do it. I don't really just like to copy someone else off, and then I will just be maybe a 2.0 version of them. It should be unique. Everybody's different. Born differently. Everybody has, even these type of twins you see, they always have maybe small, very small difference in them. Even small, that is also difference. But because of your environment, that you won't be of course able to fully change yourself into them, because it just won't work. It will never ever work. And yes, you should change yourself in a good way and not in a bad way. I'll say it like that in easy words. And those type of things would be maybe increasing something in you. That's what you should be of course focusing on, increasing your things that you are lack of, things that you are in lack of. I don't mean by everything. There should be maybe several kinds of things that you should maybe do in your life. But I suggest you just start with small things, and they shouldn't be very big. You should always start with small, because if you start with big, then you will just burn out so easily out of it, and you don't want that thing to happen. Because small one is the safest one, but you also want to take things that are maybe risky, a little bit different, outstanding, or some type of things like that. Because you don't want to, of course, follow the people who you were with always when you were a child, because they're most likely just going to have the same path like most of the persons. Let's say, for example, maybe school. You don't have the school, you want to maybe build a business by yourself, by self-educating yourself, and that is a path that not everybody takes, and that is so unique, that will make you stand out. Of course, not everybody is doing that, some people do it, but the thing is, I should give it time, because it's very important. If you give it time, yes, many people are missing the one thing in them, that is patience. Everybody just want to get to the destination, the results, to the part where it's everything good, but they don't really want to go through the process, the long way process. And me genuinely, I absolutely like the journey, because it's teaching me, and I have to basically go through majority of my time from the journey, from the progress I'm doing. Because if I just think about the results, that is just it's just a small thing that will happen, and you eventually just get used to it. But you can make it not to get used to it, but most of the people just get used to it. But I have a different mindset that will not allow me to do it, of course. But yeah, sometimes I just feel like I got used to maybe games. I also had that kind of thing, but if I would think differently, look differently how I used to look at it, then it actually feels so good. It's all about your mind, how you think about it, basically. Because the process, you can never skip that thing. You can never skip it, and that is the most important thing. It's not even the results, I would say it like that, and it's not even at the end of it. It's not the destination that should be important for you. It's the progress that should be important for you. That's where you're actually going to get strong, not at the results that you're getting out of it. That is, I would say, that is just a reward. And I would say the progress is a reward for you. You're getting just better and better every single day, no? That's what I'm also fighting for every single day, to get better. That's why I'm also doing this video, so that I will get better at it. I'm not doing it so that I will just do it so randomly. I have a plan with this video, of course. And now that I mentioned this plan word, that is also that should also be I mean, you should also apply a plan. You should do a plan at the beginning, and you should always maybe not change, but I would say you should increase the intensity of the plan. Of course, you don't want to just always go through the thing that you went to maybe at the beginning, and now it's been 1 year and you're still doing the same that you did at the beginning. You want to increase that thing, you want to increase the difficulty of that, because you have to change eventually. Things are always changing. Even the life is moving like now so fast. You can see the technology that we have nowadays, they are just so moving fast. They're moving fast. And back to the 90s or maybe the 80s, things were going just so slow. They were built, even things that we are inventing, took them maybe 100 years or maybe even 50. That's also a big number. Or maybe 1,000 years. Maybe just 5,000, not 5,000, but maybe 500 years But the thing is, now we are actually just moving on real fast. Things are always happening in every single year right now, or maybe just in a 10 year or 20 or 5, whatever. But the thing is, it's really, really fast. Even the days that I'm going through, they are so fast. I'm thinking about maybe like this Monday, like it was maybe just 2 days ago. And actually, not. It was just more. I was like, man, if I'm not working, if I'm just maybe playing games or wasting my time on that, it would just go even faster and I will regret it like I have. And time is never going slower or faster. It will always go in the medium, I would say it like that. Not to say this medium thing, but it's actually never going faster or slower. You will just maybe may concentrate to something differently, because when you maybe doing something you hate, you always feel like the time is going slow because you're always checking the time. Of course, you're always checking the time and you just get bored of it. You're just not looking in the good thing about it, you're seeing the bad thing about it. And when you're doing something that you like it and you like to spend time with it, then the time will of course pass because you barely even check the time, and then you just want to be there at every single time, of course. The thing is that you want to change your mindset with the way you are thinking, because behind those bad things there's always a good thing. So you have to switch that thing. You have to put the bad things behind and you have to put the good things forward in front of you. Because even in school, I just see the bad things because I actually learn the things that are useless for me. But if I think in that way, there's good way in it, of course. Because I would say that's the easy part. They will tell you what to do, should do this, that, and if you do it, then you will have a problem. But I know if I do this, then later I will have a problem about it. It's just like an early game, I would say that's an early game, and in late game, you will actually just, I wouldn't say suffer it, but yes, there's a better path. If you take the suffer right now, you take the sacrifices, you take the different paths, you take the unpopular decisions, and then later you won't have to worry about all these things because they will all just eventually pass. And yes, because now that you are young, I see those type of people who say now that you're young you should have all these type of funds because now you're energized and stuff like this. But no, it should actually be the reverse of it, and you should now do this because you have that power when you're young. You barely even have to take care about things that maybe I would say eating, but you should also take care of that. You want to just not get addicted to it, because most of the people will get addicted to it when they are children, and then when they are adult it's just going to be harder for them to get rid of course. This is the time when you have to make it when you're young, because later it will be always harder later. Because if you do it right now, if you just pass immediately, if you pass, then you went through it. You just went through it. And of course, I will also do things that I'm delaying, and I'm of course always turning out bad if I just won't do it right now. But the job is that the starting that will always hold me back, but that shouldn't hold you back. You should always have a reason why you are doing that, because most of the time that is the thing that's always holding me back. Because when I'm actually doing it, then I just can't go off from there because I'm actually doing it. I'm proud of it. I'm doing it. I'm never getting off from the middle of my workout. I will never, even if I'm at the end of it, I'll just go through because I know it will pass eventually. You just go away like that. Have to go with the flow, like the time. You can't just stay in one place every single time, and I will basically it's like you start it and then you just go back. The time will never go back, the time will always move forward, and then you will just go back. Like, where are you going back when the time is moving forward? You can't just do that. And the good thing that I'm doing with my brain is actually playing with the time. I'm always playing with the time, that the time is moving forward, and then it means I have to always move forward with the time. I can't just go back or stop at somewhere. It just doesn't work like that. Imagine if maybe a car is going and then it just stops randomly because of the emotions, or maybe something because they don't want to do it. No, but glad cars are not like us humans who have feelings. The feelings is the thing that's always stopping us from it. The way we are thinking, because of course we are special. We have those type of feelings what others maybe don't. We have these special feelings. Of course animals have two feelings, but they are of course different. I don't want to get into that. So I'm not any kind of biology person or scientist who knows about this, but I do know that they're different. They're just different than us. And then we have to be the strongest, because of course humanity are the ones who are ruling the world, for a reason of course, because we are especially outstanding, and then it means that you can be more outstanding than the average human can be. Because I'm very glad that I'm a human and I wasn't maybe born like maybe a bug who can just die in a few weeks. Very glad, and I'm taking that opportunity that I'm a human. I'm always thinking about this, that what if I actually just born maybe like a worm or a bug who may be just completely useless and can't do anything. I'm always thinking about that, and then even if I died, then I would never come back. And then not having feelings or any kind of things in mind, I'm just going like a dumb pants. I mean, dumb. I don't want to say. I'm just going like a bastard, and then don't have plans, not just going so randomly, and then I will just eventually die for no reason. I mean, for a reason, of course. I will just die just like that, without even doing anything. I just don't want to die like that. Even if I die, then I would like to die maybe the heroic way, or die the way where I did, of course, I did what I wanted in my life and achieved what I needed in my life and what I wanted. I did both, and what I needed and what I wanted in my life. I did all of them, and I would be just happy to go to heaven, and then I would say actually celebrate that what I did, what I suffered, what I achieved, what I get from it. I'd be so happy about it. I wouldn't have doubt in my mind. At the end of it, you go from all stages. You just have to go through from all the stages, from being a young boy to being an adult and being an old man or woman. And most people are saying that it's very hard to be an old man, woman, whatever, because you just don't have basically energy. You have time, you have your money, but you don't have the energy drive that you used to have back then. It's just not the same like how it used to be. But even if I will go to that stage, I will be happy because I did what I needed to and what I wanted to. I just did it, and you should just have no thing. Because imagine that you're old lady, then you just don't have the energy to do the things that you wish you could have done early in your life. And that's what I want to avoid, to think about, because that's what I'm going to always think about in my mind. And I miss all the opportunity now at the end of my life. I will just go away without even anybody remembering me. And that is why I'm also creating content, so that people will remember my name, what I did for this parent, what I did for myself, what I did for people's, and that's how I want all the things to end, in a good way, not in a bad way. Of course, bad way is just going to be for me, but ending in a good way it's going to be good for me and for other people who knew me who knew me, and that's and that's just a double win for me. And yes, time is never going basically slow or fast, and even if I don't recommend you maybe going too fast, because if you just reach that thing so quickly, then you eventually just going to get used to it, maybe I would say easier and faster, and then sorry, and then you will no, but I wouldn't say like that. But the thing is that why I want to build slowly is that, let's forget what I said previously right now. Things I want to build slowly because everything takes a little time. Even building a building, or maybe building, I've said, if you want to build an empire, then it will of course takes time. You can't just do that in 90 days or maybe in a few months. You have to wait for that. It has to be very safety and still. You have to wait for it. It won't just come like that. Like slow success actually builds character, and fast success just builds ego. And it's really true. You have to wait for it. If you just did it in so fast, then it actually doesn't work, and I wouldn't even listen to it. Nobody would listen to it because it in just a few days. That is not even trustworthy word. I would say that it's not trustworthy. Then maybe they will say that you're just lucky. They say that you're just lucky, and then there's not much thing for you to talk about because you all did it. You can just learn. Maybe for other people who maybe went through it with experience, they have experience, they can say the mistakes, that how they felt, how it went, how I improved it, how I repaired it, and stuff. They can tell about a bunch of things. They can tell the story, they can tell other people's story, and many things that they can tell you that you shouldn't do, what you should learn, and this and that. Because in slow success, there's just much more to talk about, much more thing to do than in fast success. I would say it like that. And that is all I would like to say to you guys in this video. And I don't know what I'm going to post. Maybe tomorrow you see it, what it's going to be. But yes, I'm not just, maybe this video too, I can maybe just rush all the videos in one day, but it won't be just as good as it would be maybe if I'm doing it day by day, because I have patience. Because I know it's just not going to be good if I just rush it all through. It's just not going to be true. I mean, not going to be good if I just rush it all through. I do know it. You need to have patience. Need the time, okay? You have time. Don't worry about it. You shouldn't rush it. Never. Because if it look like just maybe on a cheap sheet, that is not good. Sorry about the word. That's what came to my mind. It just looks like a cheap thing that is not, nobody's going to buy. If you see someone who maybe did that thing for 1 year and just did that thing for 1 month, of course they will take that thing that took 1 year. It's obvious. They're not going to take thing that just took in 1 month. No, just think about this way. That's how I ended this video. And just think about it, what I say. Even if you don't understand it, then you should just think about it, what I really wanted to say to you in this video. And this is a belief that I will of course always keep in my heart, in my brain. I will never change it I will just never change it. Never in my entire life. No matter what is it, I'll never change it. I'll never go through the the shortcut. I'll just go through the actual thing that needs to be done, not the shortcut. There's no shortcut in it. There's only one way. Only one. No B, no A plan, just one plan. And that is the slow one. That's it. You should keep this in your mind, okay? That's all I wanted to tell in this video. So thank you so much for you guys watching this video. I hope you all liked it. Hope you really understand what I wanted to say in this video. And just actually happy about my son because I'm improving. This one is going to be this is going to be the 7th one, which means I'll be doing this for 1 week. So I'm actually very proud of that I'm doing this for 1 week, and I just keep doing it till my environment changes like that, where I won't be able to do this anymore. Looking back to it, it will be so good. I do know it. Thank you everyone who watched. Thank you everyone who watched this video. Hope you liked it. You should take care of yourself. Always think before doing anything or say anything. That's how it should be get done. And don't rush. Never. Peace.